Hi everybody, my name's Mark, and today I'm going to be talking to you about two things. Firstly, what is shamanism? And secondly, how do we teach this ancient healing tradition and philosophy through one tribe which is based here in Australia? Firstly, what is shamanism? It's really deeply, powerfully connected with nature, and it harnesses all of those elements and brings it through for healing and transformation. And as I said, it's an ancient healing tradition. In Australia, it's at least 50,000 years. And the newer immigrants that came, the white people from Britain, even they had ancient shamanic roots through the Celts and the Druids. So it's this indigenous earth-based philosophy that is all about oneness consciousness. It's all about personal power and responsibility and direct access to that, directly through you, a personal, powerful direction of what is right for you and how can you, through the heart, be in balance with all of creation. And that indigenous tradition is spread all through the world, and it really comes back to these simple, deep truths. So what exactly was the shaman? What was the role of the shamanic healer? Their role was to be this bridge between the spiritual dimensions and anchor that and bring it into this physical realm. A little bit like this, to bring all of that spiritual energy and have it flow out through the shamanic healer. And they did that acting as like a doctor. Literally, if someone was sick physically, mentally, emotionally, they acted as that bridge, that conduit. They didn't take responsibility for the healing energy that flowed out through them, but they did take that responsibility to serve and let themselves be a conduit. And it was powerful, it was effective. It held the community together for thousands of years. And it wasn't just to doctor the sick, but to help them spiritually to be as one and to walk upon the earth very gently, very lightly, with everything in balance within, in balance with the human brothers and sisters, and in balance with all of our other brothers and sisters all around, to the left, to the right, back and front, below, above, everything, to harness it all. And it's a rich tradition, rich. And it's amazing to have that energy behind you. You can feel it. When you step into it, you're stepping into a rich, deep tradition, and it's held. So what is our philosophy? How are we trying to bring this through now in the modern world, in the modern times? Well, the principal foundation, as I've spoken about, isn't, well, I'm doing the healing, so who is? It's divine light, it's divine consciousness, and it comes through the form, generally, of spirit guides. Now, they might take human shapes, they might take elements of nature. Could be things like lightning bolts, could course through you to help. It could be the energy of the wind. It could be rays and streams of divine light, angelic presences, animals. So many guides come through, and they all specialise in different things, just like we all specialise in different things. We don't do everything. So when you step up to the plate to help and to serve, and someone's in front of you, the energy of what they need will find its way through you if you're humble, if you just step out of the way and let it happen and flow through you. What we've encountered in our modern world, because we're a bit disconnected from nature and we have a lot more going on, is that we actually have to clean ourselves out to be a pure channel. For example, we can have things like control get in the way of that energy coming through. Control being, instead of the less I do, the more you can, so I'm just getting out of the way. It's a very humble process. Instead of doing that, it'll be, well, I think, not I feel and come from the heart, that in this situation we should use that technique or that technique, rather than letting it happen through you. It doesn't matter what modality you do, let it flow through you. Like the ocean comes and goes, let it step out of the way. It'll be more powerful if you do that. So our control can get in the way. Things like our fears, wherever they came from, personal fears, worries about things like I'm just not good enough. Maybe we took that on from childhood. It can be things like stress, our addictions. We can have all sorts of other energies get in there that don't want us to be powerful, don't want us to serve. Even things, unusual things like past lives can get in the way. We may have done this very service in a past life and been persecuted for doing it. And at that time we've said, I'll never do it again. So when we step up, that fear can be there. Now all these things are just energy. Everything's just energy. So it's easy to isolate them, clear them, shift them. Healing is easy. It's simple. We're either taking energy out, let's just get rid of that, I'm not good enough. Where did it come from? You can actually track that down to the moment it came in and you can clear it out. So we're taking energy out or we're putting it back in. We're putting back in our personal power, our voice, our spirit, our light, our self-worth, our self-esteem. So we're either taking energy out or we're putting it back in. It's pretty simple. And all the tools that we use from this ancient tradition help us to do that. And then we become a clear flute, a clear hollow bone, and I'll give a demonstration of that. Through the Didgeridoo. Now the Didgeridoo, it's like exactly that process. It's a clear hollow tube. And when you get out of the way, music, power can flow through it. But, as I said, sometimes we have a lot of stuff in the way. All of our low self-worth, low self-esteem, all that stuff clogging it up. Now that energy, it can flow through. Like it can dribble through this stuff and come out. And it'll be reasonably effective. And it'll sound something like this. So energy is coming through, but not nearly as powerfully as when we actually clean our act up, when we really go inside and clear out those things that make us feel small and insignificant when no one is. No one's more powerful or less powerful than anyone. Every tradition says that. We all hold the same potential and light. When we do that, it can flow. And it is an amazing feeling to let that energy flow through us. To keep this really simple, to keep this process simple, we've learned to break it down for people. Over the years, I've been teaching this for 12 years, and we've broken it down to, first step is simply see. Now when we're humble, we get out of the way, we say, what's the cause of this? What's the root of it? Where did it come from? Whatever the person's issue is, physical, mental, emotional, it doesn't matter. When we do that, something will present. We will see it, we will feel it, we will hear it, we will intuit it, we will know it, and it's not our job to get that information. If you step out of the way, it will come through you. Whether you believe this is your higher self, spirit, guides, angels, it doesn't matter. It will come to you and you get a clear diagnosis. Then you ask, You ask what to do. You ask inside, well, how do we bring balance? And again, what needs to happen to bring balance right now? Now, shamanic healing is about right now. It's not go home and do this. It's all energy. We can shift it right now. That's why it's such a powerful modality. So we ask, how do we shift this right now? Okay? And again, you'll get a clear way to do it. And everybody that comes through can do this. No one has been so special that they can't do it. Everyone can do it. And then lastly, we act. We act by doing nothing more and nothing less than we're guided to do, exactly as we're guided to. We let that energy just pump out through us in the exact amount for as long as it's necessary. It's not like we force it out and use our energy and rah. Sometimes it's gentle as the most gentle breeze, and sometimes it's powerful like a tsunami. So I really hope that that has answered a couple of those questions. What is shamanism from our perspective, from One Tribe? And in One Tribe, how do we humbly, to the best of our ability, try and bring that through in a clear, rational, easy way? And we've found that everyone can do it. And really, this process of going through and learning the tools, because you learn it yourself, going through, cleaning that up, it transforms lives. And that's a benefit to everybody, to our families, to the people that we work with, of course to ourselves. And for some people, they take it further, and not only do they transform their own lives, but they step into this, they step into this ancient tradition of, I step up and I allow this energy to flow through me to serve those that need it in the way that I'm guided to. Not my way, but their way. Thank you for your time. I'm Mark from One Tribe.